Welcome back to the program. So, this is going to be the last show that I do that I will be putting up on the homepage on jbushow.com. Obviously, when you logged in recently, you saw the big message pop up. I hope you all had a chance to read it, because if you haven't read it, you should definitely read it, because it does explain a lot. Let me start first by saying this. It absolutely kills me to shut down this website. That's the truth, okay? This is something that has been painstakingly a decision that I have gone back and forth on for probably at least 3 months, to be quite honest. Recently, of course, we know I lost John. And so production value was now put in my hands, and that's okay. I learned quite a bit from that, and now I do my own editing and things like that. But recently, I had a falling out with my IT and friend, IT specialist, Shannon. And once we had a falling out, if there was an attack or there was an issue or problem, he wasn't going to fix it. And so I just kind of came to the culmination after going through everything that I've been through. And I realized that, you know what? The website's not making much money at all. And the expenses are absolutely killing me. You know, you're talking $1,500 a month in expenses for 5 years, or just about 5 years. Okay? That's a lot of money. That's what, $90,000. And then, like I said, every time we got an attack, remember, the website would get 5,000 to 10,000 attacks, not a month or a week, a day, okay? Sometimes hundreds an hour. And so because of that, the expense of security was killing me. 14 levels, every one of those levels of security, the price went up and up and up and up and up. I was just lucky to use a security base in another country, because I wouldn't be able to afford it in America. In America, what I paid would have been 7, 8, 9, maybe 10,000 a month for the type of insurance. But, you know, one thing that Shannon was able to do is to find people in another country that, let's just say they don't need to charge that much and they can still do the same job. But it is sad that I had to rely all these years on security in another country just to speak in my own country. So the good news is now I have zero, let me repeat that, zero expenses, none. I spent $164,000 in 5 years, or close to 5 years. 37 of those attacks happened. In other words, out of those 5,000 to 10,000 attacks a day that don't get through, in 5 years, only 37 did, which is still a lot. Still a lot. And they averaged at least 2,000. Some were 4,000 to fix. Some were only 1,000 to fix. But on average, they were about $2,000 to fix. So if you take 37 times 2,000, that's where we're at, 74,000. Plus the 90. I have spent $164,000 on this website. Enough is enough. I can't do it. I just can't do it. And, you know, it's unfortunate, but it's the reality. So what am I doing now? Well, I am hoping and praying that all of you that have been subscribed for many years will follow me, because where we're going on Substack is amazing. It is so, so good. There's no censorship. I don't have any fees monthly. I don't have to pay for web hosting. I certainly don't have to pay for security anymore. You don't have to worry about attacks from China. The technology is incredible. You get a notification when I put a show up instead of just logging in. Oh, did Josh put up a show yet? It's 10 o'clock at night. You know me, I'm a late night person, right? So I do things late. Well, guess what? Now, if you download the app, and I suggest every single one of you downloads the free app on your phone, because then you can decide what type of notifications you want. I'm not going to just post shows every day. Of course, I will post my show every day, But I'm also going to post probably maybe one a day, maybe two a day. I don't know. Articles or posts or some kind of thing that I wrote. Because again, Substack is for writers even more than, video, producers and things like that. But I'm going to do my show 7 days a week. That's not going to change. But I'm also going to add to that, which means I'm going to do articles on things that no one's thinking about, no one's talking about from my own perspective to get people to really think, articulate articles and things like that. Posts, or what if there's a call to action? We need to get on, this politician, or we need to get on this organization, or I need to give out the phone numbers for this, or I need to give the address out for that. I need a platform for all of that, and I have it, okay? There's no censorship from what I can tell, and I looked thoroughly on a lot of different platforms before I decided to do this. I have heard the left complaining that, quote, Substack allows neo-Nazis on the platform. Now, of course, that's coming from the left. We don't know if they allow neo-Nazis. But what I'm saying is they don't censor. As long as we're not doing anything illegal, which we never have done and we never will do, I can pretty much say whatever it is that I want to say. The platform's been around since 2017. I actually started a Substack account about, I think, 3 years ago, but I didn't do anything with it. I just kind of let it sit there. And so now, I'm kind of forced to use it. But the technology is awesome. You don't have to worry about the comment section where I have to type your name and then the comments so I'm putting it towards you. No more. Now you just hit reply and it goes directly to the right person. If you need to edit it, it's an easy, simple thing. And again, like I said, I'm going to answer all the comments like I always do, but I'm going to do it in the Substack app and on my Substack page. The other thing you guys can do, in the past, you couldn't put, joshbernsteinuncensored.com and take the URL of a show and put it out there because it was behind a paywall and all that stuff, right? Now, you can actually take the show, or you could take, the Substack page, and you can actually send it to someone as a, quote, free subscription where they would get access to my Substack fully, including all my videos, for 7 days. It's kind of like hey, you want to try it out? Check out this show that I watch on Substack. His name is Josh Bernstein. You might like it. You can make those yourself and boom, send them out. So I would definitely download the app and play with it, just like I'm doing, okay? There's certain things I don't know, trust me. But when I get a show and I put a show up, you're going to get a ding, ding, ding. JBU show has just posted a video. Click here to watch. And by the way, the sound quality is perfect. The video quality is perfect. There's no hokey dokey technology that doesn't work or problems logging in. The only thing that sucks for me, and I will be honest, there's only one tier. That's it, one tier. So what did I do? Well, I went to Google and I said, how much does a Substack subscription cost monthly on average? And what I got back was $5 to $15 per month. So I said, okay, fine. I'll default it at the minimum it can be, which is $5. And I said to myself, if I can get all my subscribers that are probably even at higher levels, right, to subscribe for the $5, I'll also throw in a free copy, PDF copy, of course, not a hardcover, but a free PDF copy, which I will email to you, of my book. So I'm trying to incentivize people to come to the Substack. The other thing is, I believe I found a glitch, or what I would consider a ghost tier. If any of you want to support me at the levels that you're supporting me, let's say you're a $10 subscriber, or you're a $17.76 subscriber, or maybe you're even 20 or 25 or 50 or whatever it might be. If you want to do those, you let me know. Send me an email, and then what we'll do is send me your phone number, and I will call you. And what I will do, my wife actually showed me this, she found it on her own, is let's say you decide it's a $5 minimum, and that's what it's going to be set at for everybody, right? But let's say you say, hey Josh, I'm still at $17.76 and I'd like to support you at $17.76. Okay, so what I do is we communicate. I then go in, I edit the pledge to 1776. Then you go in and you sign up. It'll be at 1776. And then once you're done putting in all your information, credit card information, you'll be pledging me at 1776. And once you're done with that, I lower it back down. I change it, edit it down to the $5. So even though there's not technically more than one tier, technically I can create other tiers if you let me know when you're going to sign up. And just send me an email, thejoshbernsteinshow@gmail.com. Because I am hoping that some of you that are at $10 a month or $17.76 or $25 or $50 or whatever it may be, I mean, if you want to continue to support me at the higher levels, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. I'm taking a big gamble here. I am hoping and praying that all of you follow me once again. You did that. You followed me in the beginning in 2020. I don't see why you wouldn't want to follow me again in 2025. And more importantly, now I'm going to be more interactive with the audience because on Substack, see, on the website, it was just me, right? Alone on an island. And I had my pond of people that I was talking to. And, you know, there wasn't any outlets. There wasn't any streams coming in or dumping water in, you know. And it was hard to get my message outside of the pond that we are. Now, I'm thrown into the ocean on Substack with all the other people, all the other accounts. So now I have to differentiate myself. I have to make sure that, you know, I'm putting out really good content so that I can attract a lot more people. But in reality, I am going to be bigger and better on Substack than I ever was on the website. And best of all, zero cost for me per month. So that's it in a nutshell. I know that you probably read the pop-up, and I hope you did. And I hope to see you all there. Now, last thing. I believe I'm going to migrate the site on April 17th, okay? And what that means is, hopefully, if you come to the website, you're going to be automatically redirected to land on my Substack page so that you can subscribe, okay? And then I think, like I said, I'm going to have to close it down. Now, if you have made a payment this month or whatever and you want, like, you know, a reimbursement, the best I can do is when you sign up for the Substack subscription, they have an offer that allows you to get full access for free, doesn't cost anything, for 7 days, and then you get, you know, the thing that says you need to pay now or whatever. And I noticed that some of you paid exactly like that. And that's fine, you know, that's part of it. But like I said, you can also use these subscriptions and send them out to your friends and family. Hey, check out this guy Josh Bernstein that's now on Substack. Let's help him grow. Here's his show and his entire, you know, full access for the next 7 days. After that, you become, you know, a $5 subscriber. So there's going to be a lot more play here. And the best part is anything I write, I stick a subscribe button in it. Every single thing. So even if someone sees something that I wrote and let's say they really like it, there'll be a subscribe button. They can't see my videos yet, but they'll hit a subscribe button. And if they upgrade to at least the $5 level, boom, they have full access. Now, one other thing that I'm looking at doing, and I still have to figure out how to do it, is I am going to have a best of the Josh Bernstein show shows. So from many, many years ago, I might be able to put together like a category, if you will, and it'll just have all my shows. I mean, I have so many shows, hundreds, thousands of shows. What am I doing with them? I'm just saving them on a computer in a file? Might as well let you guys all see them again, right? So I'm working on that. I don't know when that's going to roll out because honestly, I got to learn it myself. But the cool thing is that once you become a member of Substack, all you have to do is type in the little thing on the side. They'll answer 24/7, 365. It doesn't matter. It is AI, but whatever you have a question, they will help you. They will direct you right to it. Okay? So that's my story once again, and I'm sticking to it. And I hope and pray you all come along for this new journey. This is going to be the ultimate comeback, okay? I am going to blow away where I was before the censorship, okay? I can assure you. But I do need all of you to stick with me once again, all right? That's really it. There's not much else other than please subscribe to the Substack sooner rather than later, because like I said, the website's only going to be up, I think, more than likely, I think until the 17th of this month. So another, what are we at? The 5th or whatever it is, the 6th. So we only got about another 10, 11 days left. Okay? Hope to see you all on Substack. Those are all my thoughts for the final time on jbushow.com and joshbernsteinuncensored.com. What are yours? And by the way, I will answer all comments on Substack from right now on. And it's great. It's a great, great system. We can go back and forth. You guys can go back and forth. You can have, I mean, it's just like on YouTube, just like on any other thing. The Substack, in my opinion, if I was to do what Substack does on the website, if I could afford it, it would be about probably $250,000 worth of integration technology to be able to do that. And to know that Substack is constantly pushing for people to subscribe to my Substack page and website, I can't beat that. And zero costs? Sorry. What would you do? Exactly. So anyway, hope to see you all there. God bless.